Hey everyone, what you're seeing on screen is a native Silent Hill 1 PC port running the original Silent Hill 1 game from the decompiled source code that has recently reached almost 100%. You can download it now. All you need is a copy of your Silent Hill data, and it has a nice little launcher that supports PC settings and nightly updates, and it also can update itself. As for the port, it's 100% playable. You can play the game from beginning to end unless something breaks, which if it does, please report it to me, and then I can fix it ASAP. There's still some glitches that I'm actively working on, but as for how this is made, this project has a lot of help from AI, and to clarify what that means exactly is basically PlayStation games were developed with a software development kit called SciQ, and in order to translate the game into and be playable on modern systems, you need to make or use what's called a hardware abstraction layer, and the one I use is called Cycross. Cycross was made around 5 or so years ago for Driver 2, and for Silent Hill to work, it wouldn't just work out of the box, so it needed a lot of patching and a lot of fixes. Not only that, Silent Hill was designed for 32-bit systems, as the PlayStation is a 32-bit console. So how I actually use the AI is on screen now. It runs in a terminal. I just basically have to direct and guide it, but it's able to make these patches to make Silent Hill run on a 64-bit system, or fix things that weren't necessarily a problem on PlayStation but cause issues on PC, and also fix the missing pieces in Cycross. All the code underneath is still Silent Hill, and a real human still has to guide it. I can't just say, make Silent Hill, and it's done. Anyway, I'll go into more detail on that at the end of the video. For now, I'm just going to show off more clips of the port, as well as some PC features.
What's this? Oh! Oh! Huh?
So as for AI, the LLM I use is Claude Code. I used mostly the Opus models and more recently the Fable model, which is proving to be really impressive. Claude Code is an AI-powered programming assistant that can run in a terminal, and it can analyze and understand large code bases and multiple code bases and files at once, and it can write across these files and hold a memory. It's stateless, so it doesn't remember things turn by turn, but it gets around this by keeping everything in a large memory file, and it references this each time. And I could go on and on about it, and I'll go all in the workflow in a separate video, but basically it's like what you see on screen, and it does a lot of the mathematics and more tedious work. You pretty much just have to help it understand the design of things. So essentially anything that's been done before you can basically do pretty easily with something like Claude Code, and that opens the door to a port like this way quicker than you would get normal. And with a PC port, it of course means enhancements and even mods are now possible, with some caveats. There are some downsides, of course, to doing it like this, and there's going to be efforts down the line to do it more properly. And what I mean by this mainly is the data is still unmatched, meaning the data already exists in the binary, and this port can point to it no problem. So it doesn't limit us, and we're still running the code, but it's not very readable or friendly to do things like modding. The people working on the decomp are still actively working on cleaning up the code and making it more readable and matching this data. And eventually a port will be made that uses all this cleaned up code and will most likely work better for things like modding or actually having readable code that you can understand without the help of AI. However, in the meantime, this port works and for the most part uses the original code of the game. And I also look forward to doing my own experiments with it in terms of modding or making projects. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get anyone too excited in case it doesn't pan out, but I would like to do things with VR or translations or restoring cut content. There's all kinds of things that can be done, but also there's still things that can be done really easily and more PC features that can be added, and I'm going to be working on those in the coming weeks, as well as just polishing and getting everything just like the game, or better, or enhanced, or just one-to-one, whichever you prefer. Just stay tuned. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. See ya.